Hey y'all, welcome back to Super Geeks. Nari, you want to say it? No? Okay.
Okay. Where the geeks are super and the supers become geeks. Let's go right into what has happened very recently, I think last week as of the time of this posting.
Yeah, as the time of this posting, last week, San Diego Comic-Con
Comic-Con.
finished. There was a lot that came out. We're going to break it up into two parts. So this one, like you've seen in the title, we're going to go over DC's announcements. As you see, we have a special guest star for these two videos.
Yep.
She has a lot to say about this, so
100% runs in the blood, this passion for comics
extremely
and superheroes. So we're gonna go right into the DC stuff that was announced. We don't have, you'll see trailer reactions whenever we get them out eventually, but as of right now, we're just gonna be talking about all of DC announcements, our opinions on them, and what we think will be happening here on forward. So let's get right into it. What's the first thing we want to talk about?
All right, so first thing, let's get into the movies, right? So movies that we've heard news about, like Superman has finished shooting. We got that.
Yes.
If you've seen on the Instagram, we did post the promo picture that they have of Superman with like a child. His cape's kind of like to the sunset and stuff like that. So we got that news, right?
Really good posting. And honestly, we received that. I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago. That was actually like known. And honestly, like they finished it up, which means this movie is gonna be coming sooner than we think. It's I think it's slated for
July 11th.
July 11th of next year. And it seems like a long time, but it's crazy to think we're already in August now at this point. Like we're flying. So let's with that being said, I don't remember seeing any more teases or leaks on the trailer itself on set or anything. So
yeah, no, they've been really tight knit.
Yeah.
What I do know is that one of the last things that James Gunn has posted for them saying they finished shooting, they were in like a snow kind of terrain.
Yeah.
So we have we kind of have the idea that we will be seeing Fortunes of Solitude type of thing in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is gonna be great. We'll get more into Superman in a different video.
Yeah.
But
we'll see what they put out trailer wise. That'll probably come out. I'm predicting probably in January,
early spring.
I'm thinking
early of the year, February or something.
I'll call it right now. We are definitely getting a teaser trailer, Super Bowl halftime show for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like this is a big conversation. Like the DC world from here on out will be a whole new thing. Hence the new logo that they just pushed forward. Which we are big fans of.
Yeah,
big fans.
Really enjoy that logo. It's quick, it's easy, it's to the point, and it puts in your forefront the main man. Honestly, Superman, I believe, in his classic form. He's in the forefront, and then it flips to the D for DC, which I thought was actually very nice, very clever. It was very quick. It was. I liked. Not gonna bash the other one, but I liked the other DC introduction that they did as well with all the heroes. I thought it was very nice, but it was very like shortly lived. So
yeah, I think with this new logo and this new introduction, it's giving way for a new age that DC really needed. Like, sorry for whoever was in charge before, but we need this like grouping. We need this like live action Justice League that like it makes sense how they got together. The storylines are building up on each other, and that's exactly what James Gunn is trying to do with this new universe. Next thing that we got thrown our way was the Batman 2. It has been announced. It's coming out. The filming is just about to be starting up.
Yeah, in the beginning of 2025, the early 2025, that should be coming out just so that it can release in October 2nd of 2026. It looks like the Penguin will be returning. I did not hear any news on the potential or who the main villain will be, but I'm sure we will probably get that information very soon. But yeah, it looks like we're going back to Robert Pattinson's universe and watching him be the Batman a little bit more. I'm assuming it's a few.
I'm assuming it's gonna be a trilogy.
Yeah, a few. No, I mean like it's gonna be a few years in, like later.
Oh yeah, probably
after the first events.
Yeah, I would
Because
assume like 2 years, maybe a 2 year.
yeah, since we know that the Penguin will be happening
a week after, a week or
about
two after.
yeah, about a week after the Penguin TV show will be happening about a week after
The
the
events,
first
right.
Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman movie came out. So the sequence of events really look like they're pretty close, tightly together, without like major gaps in between. So we'll see what they put out for that, but it seems like we'll be getting that after the Superman movie. That'll be probably the next DC cinematic or DC movie that we'll be receiving.
Yep. And the last movie that we really gotta kind of talk about was the Joker movie. I'm not gonna say the rest of that. The whatever the fuck with our Harley Quinn, who's gonna be Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
We will be dropping a trailer reaction to that, so stay tuned for that. But this is also its own kind of universe. James Gunn already announced he doesn't want to get rid of this Joker, but he doesn't want it to corrupt the universe he's creating. So, like, keep a lookout for that. Great things came out of the first one. The second one, we've talked about it in the trailer.
Yeah.
And there's not much we can really say outside of that.
Yeah, honestly, you'll see that trailer soon enough. But it does look like what he's doing with these is similar to Marvel with their different universes that have their different storylines.
Yeah.
So this Joker is separate from Robert Pattinson's Batman and James Gunn's Superman universe. So right now, what it looks like we have is 3 universes active at once. It'll be James Gunn's universe, Robert Pattinson's universe, and Joaquin Phoenix Joker universe. So that's what I see as of right now. I don't see anything else. I think.
Yeah, now we can just jump into TV shows.
Yeah, I mean everything. That's movie wise. Those are the separate universes. Now in the
Now,
TV
if we
shows,
missed anything, let us know. Like, drop a comment.
Absolutely.
Tell us that we'll talk about it like gladly. TV shows. Now, this is where DC had its purpose. I feel like DC is really pushing for a TV show heavy kind of conversation. You think so, Nari? Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. You want to tell them what the TV show is? All right, cool. First TV show we could talk about, since we this character is gonna be in a movie and stuff, we can talk about the Penguin.
Yes.
This is supposed to be coming out September?
I believe so. In September 3rd is the first episode it's supposed to release. We're looking at Colin Farrell's Penguin. I believe they announced that there would be an interaction with him and
the Batman should be in it. They said. Yeah. It's gonna be real street level. So I would definitely keep a lookout for that. It's gonna be showing on Max. So definitely like great show. We should be getting we got some. I think we got a trailer out already.
Yeah.
Due to the Comic-Con, we will be doing a reaction to that. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. And that kind of leads us to the next kind of TV show we have that DC said they wanted to do. James Gunn, when he took over, he said he wanted to do, which is Creature Commandos.
Yes, and the Creature Commandos, from what I understand of it, that's supposed to tell us what the past of Suicide Squad was, giving us an update really on who still lives in the Suicide Squad, like from the Suicide Squad, which one has come over to this new universe, and which ones are being replaced really. That's from what I got out of it. Like in the announcements that they're making, because there are a lot of things in Suicide Squad that are no longer like it's done, it's dead. It's not canon to this universe, but there are some things that he's taking from there to continue on forward. So I think the Creature Commandos will be a hilarious show, but it also gives some clarifications on a big movie like Suicide Squad and who's still around, who's what was canon, what isn't canon, what is going on, and everything. So that'll be like pretty much our clearing points, our clearing slate for distinction between the past DCEU and the current DCU going on. So anticipating that, wait on that and see to see where we stand with what is canon and what isn't.
Yeah, no, definitely Creature Commando. I think James Gunn did a really great job of. He doesn't want to reinvent the wheel. He doesn't want to keep going back into the Suicide Squad movie. We already had like 2 of those. One of them extremely successful. The other one was kind of like mid tier. So this is a great way to introduce new characters, show the kind of control and impact that Waller has or that Argus has over these villains. Um, Waller is also going to be a show that comes out, but we haven't really heard nothing too much about that. But I feel like Creature Commandos and Waller will kind of work hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like season by season, kind of like how the CW shows have interacted with each other.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking on that, you want to go right into the CW?
Oh yes, this is my shit. I love the CW. He's not a huge CW universe person, but I live for it. I've lived for it since Green Arrows came out, and I still to this day push it.
Let me clarify one thing. All right, I was for the CW during the beginning of Green Arrow and the beginning of the Flash. Like the majority of the community was. I got away from it the second it started getting very corny. The lines got corny. The stories became repetitive. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Let's not act naive. So, yeah, I kind of stepped away from it for a while. I did watch a lot of the Supergirl. I did watch the first season of Superman and Lois. But to this community, I will take back Superman and Lois and catch up on it and go ahead and get ready for this final season, their 5th season. And I think this kind of puts the cap on all CW DC shows that they've had. This pretty much caps them all off and says, all right, we're done with that until they're given approval for another show or
so
whatever it may be.
For those of you that haven't kept up with the CW shows, I do say that you probably should. It gives a new take on a lot of the heroes. But Superman and Lois, this was a show that it wasn't even supposed to have existed. It kind of came off of the Supergirl show, where in our last and 5th season of it has been a great show. Like out of the CW, I would definitely put this in my top 3, maybe my top 2. Great acting, great writing, exactly, Nari. Great suits. The Superman suit is phenomenal, and Tyler Hoechlin, he did a great job, like an amazing job at playing Clark Kent. Superman doing that parental figure type of role. I definitely give it to him. I didn't originally think he could pull it off, but he killed it in that show, and has continuously showed up as that Superman figure. So like, hopefully, if the CW or DC does this whole thing where we see the multiverse, maybe the CW's Superman will show up again.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll definitely. I feel like that's not going to be the last time we see him. But definitely we'll check it out again and see it for its final season. I see that the effects very much got a lot better, and I feel like that's because they're not investing into a bunch of different shows at once. So they had a full investment into this one show, and that's fantastic. So I'll definitely check it out again. But yeah, I mean, the writing was the one that drew me the furthest from it. Honestly, I couldn't do it with the corny writing, and I just couldn't, and I stepped away from it. I had to. So, but yeah, let's go right into our next final season of Harley Quinn, another show. Absolutely hilarious.
Phenomenal.
Animation is great. The jokes land. I will say, in my personal opinion, their last season wasn't their strongest season, but it for sure still is a hilarious show, and it is coming to an end with their final season of season 5, Harley Quinn. And this feels like, to me, with all these shows finding their final seasons, is that James Gunn is wrapping up all the loose ends to make this very simple for us fans to say, okay, these are the universes that exist currently in these during these times, right? The Pattinson universe, the Joaquin Phoenix and his universe. So to me, it feels like all he's doing is wrapping up all the loose ends to say, okay, any TV show that comes out from here on, those are part of the universe as well. Anything that comes out, any movies that come out from here on belong to one of those 3 universes. I think it's a really good way of cleaning up certain things and making sure that everything is working correctly and there's not so much confusion going on. So I see what he's doing, and I actually enjoy it, and I think knowing when to end a TV show is probably the best thing someone can do for their own show. So Harley Quinn season 5, final season, absolutely hilarious show. Hope to see those characters take on a live action different role, because they are phenomenal actors. And I very much enjoyed it and would like to see some more of them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I loved Harley Quinn. No one thought the show was gonna jump off the way it did. But it has been a great spin on these characters. A lot of underlying characters that no one really thought about have played huge roles in the show.
Yep.
So if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. I promise you won't regret it. And the last TV show that we can really get into, I think it's gonna be amazing hit. It's kind of giving a retake on the Batman animated series that came out a while ago. The Cape Crusader, starring, our very own Batman. The biggest thing that I know people are going to get upset about is that the Penguin's a woman. Who cares? As long as it's true to the character, I don't care if Cobblepot's a woman. Not the biggest thing. Not. The suit looks like a year one Batman suit. Got the really long ears, black and gray suit. A trailer has dropped for that. We will be talking about it. It's definitely gonna go into like year one type of Batman, year one, year two. And to go off like what Freddie was saying, universe wise, it's kind of gonna keep track with the Batman universe. But obviously it's animated, so it's not gonna be exactly following that storyline. It's not gonna be exactly that same timeline, those characters, but it falls more into the Batverse, which James Gunn is deeming like anything outside of the Batman he'll be creating for his main storyline will fall into that universe type of thing. And I definitely think it looks great. Like we're looking at pictures here. We'll put them up for you guys. But like we have our Alfred, we have a Bruce, and it's an old school type of detective vibe. I know this little girl is so excited to see it. She will not stop talking about this TV show.
Honestly, this show, as I'm watching it right now in the animation, this looks like a take out your biggest bowl of cereal and turn it on every Saturday morning and just watch it. I don't know what time they're going to be releasing, but that seems like a fantastic time to actually start watching every single episode. It seems like a Saturday morning cartoon. Same thing with going off topic. X-Men 97 felt like a Saturday morning cartoon. This feels like a Saturday morning cartoon for the DC universe. Whether it absolutely triggers you that Penguin's a woman, relax.
Yeah.
We're just it's a cartoon animated series that seems like a very classic. They're taking a very classic approach on it, from the way it is animated and the way they're probably going to tell the story. So honestly, I'm excited for it as well, and ready to check it out. We will be doing our trailer reaction to it once we can, and you'll be seeing that soon. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. These feels like they're putting out like Saturday morning cartoon style stuff for us to stay entertained to while we wait for the next big movie to come out, and I enjoy that 1,000%.
Yeah, I definitely think that Kevin Feige and James Gunn are doing a really great job bringing back the childhood memories that when we were like her age had enjoyed and fell in love with these comic book heroes. They're doing great with these TV shows, these movies. They're bringing back comic accuracy. They don't care about realism. They're bringing back the stuff that we fell in love with originally to they kind of like promote these heroes. And as adults, as children, this is what we wanted. This is what we needed. And I'm excited to finally get these type of cartoons back and have them make sense. This is what we grew up off of.
Yeah.
I hope that, more kids TV shows, like they can bring back Teen Titans, they can bring back like Static Shock, stuff like that to continually promote heroes and the good that they do.
Yeah, I mean, so honestly, stay tuned for all of that. That was everything that we have for San Diego Comic-Con on DC Universe. James Gunn's DC Universe, everything that was announced. So let us know what you thought about it. Send it in the comments. Tell us what you want us to react to next, what you want us to talk about next, and just give us your opinion. So we will see you next time.